Hello, everyone. Today is March 3rd. I'm recording for the episode 118, if I remember correctly. And today, I would love to talk about fitness talk. So we will have coffee chat or tea chat for those who drink tea only. And the topic is about fitness. So Tuesday, I release podcast and YouTube regarding fitness topics, and Thursday about well-being and wellness spiritual journey. So today I would love to share that I found myself, that is the changed version of me, so new me when it comes to fitness journey. So changed me, so old version of me versus new version of me, and things that I do and I don't do anymore. I would love to talk about the topic. And number one is makeup. So I used to wear basic makeup like eyeliner or BB cream, CC cream, and powder, and some eyeshadow. However, once I really embrace myself as who I am and really accept myself and acknowledge myself really deeply, and once I no longer really put so much emphasis on the outer appearance and I put more emphasis on the inner me and inner self. I no longer use makeup while I'm working out. For example, early morning workout session, I would not wear makeup. I didn't wear any makeup right now, not even CC cream, just serum and eyeliner here, eye brush. So number one is makeup, because I don't want my skin to observe all the chemical and toxins while I'm sweating and when my pores are open. So I'm comfortable being me. I'm comfortable sharing my real me with other people. In the past, I feel like naked. I feel like no clothes on my body, but no longer I feel that way, because I just cherish and love myself as who I am, with some wrinkles on the forehead, some freckles around cheek area. And that's normal. And that is being a human, right? So I love that part of me as well. So, and I really cherish that and embrace that. So I'm okay with no makeup in front of camera, in front of video, YouTube, and also with other community, with the community workout people, with strangers, but community as a whole, collectively. So that is number one, makeup. And that's a huge thing for me, because I no longer feel ashamed or shameful in front of other people, and I feel that's more authentic and more real. And I know, let's say if I need to attend the parties or like very huge event, yes, I know what to wear, how to wear makeup, and the choices on my accessories and shoes and bags and everything. But come on, fitness journey, working out, when I see the people with the full makeup, I really cherish your time to put a lot of time for that. And I respect your decision and choice on the daily basis. But I would rather spend my time working out or spending my time, yes, more another priority. So that is number one. And that's a game changer. And people may think, oh, she has wrinkles, or like she has freckles. So what? I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. Do you want like a robot or artificial filler, very filled with a lot of like Botox and like lots of like chemicals and lots of like things? Like, You want the fake me or real me? I am happy with how I look and who I am. And my identity is not really based on those things. So no artificial things whatsoever. And I'm not against those things, but that is just my personal choice and personal preference. And I do respect your choice as well. And I'm just sharing my story. So that is number one. And what is the benefit of being no makeup? When you sweat, just your skin breathe and no chemicals on your skin, and it is not observed beneath your skin. So that's healthier and that's better for my skin. So I would rather choose my health and well-being of my skin than the outer appearance and thinking about other people's eyes. That is number one. Number two is maybe I used to have like an ego on the number. For example, running journey, like the number when it's supposed to be recovery run for the better pace, the fastest pace, you got to take it very easy so that you can really reach that fast pace, right? That's how you gain that pace. 80% cardio based zone 2, 1, 2, avoiding that gray zone area. And when you go hard and fast, that's the day then you need to save your legs for that speed work. So in the past, I think when I reflect on the previous years of my fitness journey, I think I had that ego on the number and what is this number? Why I cannot hit this number today? Something like that. But not all the time, but deep in my mind, I think when I look back and reflect on those memories, like younger version of me, yeah, I used to think that the number did affect me in some way, not in a huge way, but because I really pursued the enjoy running and enjoy the workout session, because I think that is more important, the progress over perfection, hitting the number, because that really encourages you and motivates you to show up, keep showing up, and really keep crushing the workout and really keep going. And yeah, and this year's fitness journey, I no longer have like an ego on the weight, how much weight I lift, or how much what's my number on the speed or pace while I'm running. Just drop it. Not gonna drop it. It's okay. You don't smash that number goal. It's okay. It's a progress. It's okay. You need to take it easy for, let's say, Monday or Tuesday for the hard workout on Wednesday, for example, because you need that recovery time, active recovery or mid low intensity workout session to hit that hard strength training, hard speed training, right? So that is the matter of intensity, adjusting the intensity of your workout. And you got to be very smart and wise choosing those intensity of the workout. And how is by tuning into your body, listening to your body while you are really having that big picture of your workout goal. And yes, I no longer really think about, oh, what if people like look at me like for example, I attended 10 cycling classes in 1 week while I maintain the strength training probably about 8-9 hours per week, which is last week. And out of 9 cycling class, I couldn't hit the last 1 cycling class because my body really was screaming at me. No, my mind was keep going. My body refused it and say hard no on the cycling and say, no, you haven't really taken any rest days for 2 months, and you haven't really did any like off day. You've been working, working out, and you asked me to do this cycling class and hitting all the intensity and hitting all the speed. My body said no, hard no. My legs said hard no. So, and when your body refuses, what are you supposed to do? You can't really force your body, because your body already reached that threshold, because you've been maximizing the full energy. You've been maximizing the digesting the training load and volume and everything. So that day I couldn't, like, my body said no, my leg said no. So yeah. And some of the neighbors said, oh, she's just pretending, like in front of the front rows she's cycling, but in the back row she doesn't cycle, just pretend. Whatever, you can say that, you have a right to say that, you can gossip, whatever, is if that's how you really relieve stress and, talking bad on other people. Okay, you have tongue and you have choice to make, and if that's your way of, interacting with the community like that, okay, that's who you are. I can't change you. um but that was a smart choice for me, because my body really needed that nervous system regulation, and my body really cued me for so long, but I really kept pushing it and keep going. So I respect it and I honor my body. And sometimes you cannot really hit the goal, but that was the smart move and wise choice, because you really honor your body, and not in a lazy way, not in a complacency aspect, but it's more of honoring your body, because you know your training volume, you know how many classes you're taking, you know how many times you're putting into work, and you're doing your best, you know yourself. And even though people say, because out of jealousy people say something that is against the truth, which you know the truth, it's okay, they can say, but I know I did my best, and I know what's the smart choice when it comes to adjusting the intensity of the workout, and when it comes to really really tuning into the purpose and intention of the workout. And yeah, and I remember there are a couple of classes that I couldn't really hit because my body needed more recovery time, so I flushing it out, or I really reduced the weight when it comes to lifting, because otherwise I will strain my muscles and I don't want to hurt myself. That's not the whole purpose of this training volume and really building that training block, but it's to digesting the training volume and pushing that progress overload when it comes to weight training, and when it comes to cycling, learning new choreo and speed, agility, sprinting, cadences, and everything. So yeah, no ego on the number, no ego, or ignore other people's eyes. You may be full in front of other people, but you know yourself and you know your training block and you know what you're doing. That's all that matters. Boom, bang on. And but still you love your neighbor, right? You love those people who talk, right? Because they care about you, so that's why they keep talking, and that's fine. As long as you know your clear goals and clear purpose, why you're doing it and how you manage your training block, that's all that matter. Boom. And that is number one, changed me, old version of me and new version of me. And number two, I would love to talk about classes, group fitness classes that I love. So I've come across coaches and instructors that really values honoring our body, listen to your body. And I respect and I really love those instructors, coaches, and friends, whatever you call it, and all of those instructors, coaches, and friends, however you would like to call them. Yeah, love those guidance that cherishing, honoring the body, and listen to your body. My instructions comes later, but listen to your body because you know your body the most. I love the mantra. I love that because let's say you lift really heavy, like that was the max 90 to 100% effort. You took that 2 classes in a row, back-to-back classes, strength training, and then you attended the cycling class after that. And let's say if the instructor check your number, push more, then she wouldn't know, or he wouldn't know that I took 2 strength training classes back to back, and that was my 100% maximum effort because that was go, 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 work hard, maximizing strength day. But if the instructor say push more, then and checking the number, no, you're slacking, or you're cheating or something like that, then come on, like there's no time for me to explain and justify my act. So this comes down to the instructor, why I love instructor or coaches that cherishing, listen to your body first, and instructions, I will guide you, but this is just an invite. You can, if you can smash it and if you can do it, go for it. If not, the whole purpose of the workout can be different. Like, you just want to ride, you just want to celebrate, you just want to DJ, you just want to like have party while cycling. Then because the intention of the workout is flushing out, just take it easy. Like, I love that approach and teaching method because not every people know your schedule, know your sleep pattern, know your workload, know your training block, know your hours you put it into workouts and everything. So I do love that method, teaching method, and instructions and instructors and friends and coaches, that open mindset and flexibility is there, and it's safe for me to, or for us to really work out together with the right intention, because intention can be all different, right? So for one, people can be flushing out and active recovery. For another person can be smashing it and really pushing hard because it didn't work out for 2 weeks or something. Or the other people just to connect with people, just work out with the community and enjoy the music. Our intention of every workout can be different, right? Depending on our schedules, depending on our preference, depending on our body condition, depending on our training block. So that's the reason why I love instructors and coaches and friends that allows that flexibility and creating that safe environment to really work out collectively and collaboratively with our own intention and with our own choice on the intensity of the workout. And also, I love classes that really elevates my spirit. For example, let's say I'm the coach, I'm the instructor. If I brag about myself, I can do this easily, or like I can lift this easily, or for those people who can't do that, it's because your muscle is weak. For example, if I say like that to my students, my members of the class, I'm not a leader, I'm not coach, I'm not an instructor character wise, because I'm there to support them and guide them and really serve them, serve the community with my best knowledge and with my good intention, right? I'm not there to boast myself, right? So I love the class that creates that elevating spirit. Not, it's because your muscle, this one is weak, or, oh, I can do this easily or something. It's not the session for you to promote yourself, right? So I choose the class that gives me that elevating spirit, and also at the same time community class, like the cycling class whenever I go. And so good. Strength class, there's options. If you can push hard, push this hard. If you cannot, then also choose that works best for you. And also yoga, also mantra, good mantra. Like, this is a guidance, and listen to your body and instructions first. Listen to your body first and instructions as second. Like, thank you so much. Like, yeah, so I love those classes and the atmosphere that creates the community base. Like, another example is we cheers at the end of the class. Say hi to your neighbor and give some smile. How awesome is that? Because I love those moments. Because when we're go go go, or like when we're tied up with our own schedules and other things, then it's really hard to have that moment to say hi or good job, something like that. But if there's a chance to do so, it's really amazing. I love that environment. I love that. And I would love to create that environment too. Like, after the sprinting at the treadmill, at the end of the class, we cheers, we say good job. I actually cherish those moments more than my workout. My workout and my goal, it's fine. it's it's fine. It is a goal to accomplish and achieve. But in my memories, I think those cheers moments and say hi to our neighbors, and really, yes, at the end of the class we do fist bump. Do you call it? I don't know. We say good job. You smashed it. Yeah, elevating each other. Those are, I think, more important. And community, group fitness, it's all about community. And while we have our own intention and intensity of the workout, we work out all together collectively, right? So those things are, I think, more valuable, memorable. And lastly, I love classes that challenges me. Like, challenges me, what I mean by that is, when it comes to strength training, yes, more weights, yes, obviously. And for yoga, challenges me, meaning learning new poses. And because I do strength training, for yoga, other than learning new poses, which challenges me, I would take my yin classes really restoring and really resting. I don't want to really go to the yin class and then do a lot of poses. It's time for me to restore and restore and uh restore and stretch. And I'm not there for strength training, right? Strength yoga, right? So yeah, I when I take my classes, when I need to go push very hard, I go very hard, like 90 to 100% max level. And when I go to yoga, I need some slow flow or in and stretching my tightened muscles. So it's very dynamic. I know, like strength or cycling, if it's like very high speed hit level, there's also should be DJ party, just enjoy the rhythm riding class or riding I mean, it's a very great balance. So I always make sure to balance it out. So for me, when I choose yoga classes, yes, I pursue strength through strength training classes. So I would rather choose yoga classes that teaches me new poses and new new poses, because that challenges me. Not intensity level. I don't It's not my preference to choose like strong flow, because I do my strength training in the heat studio, for example. And when it comes to Ian, it's time for me to really slow down and really restore myself and rest. Not It's not time for me to squat, yeah, chair pose, something like that. Yeah, but that's just my preference, and that's how I choose classes. And your preference and your plan can be different, and I respect that. And it's just sharing my experiences and episodes. So whatever I say, you have totally your own choices. You have free will to choose your own thing, and filter what I say. And the things that I share can be also not applicable to you, because you have different way of thinking or preference. So yes, I respect that too. And lastly, my philosophy and my choices for learning new movements and classes and everything, that topic, I would love to surround myself that with people, with the community, with instructors, with coaches, with friends that sharpens me, that stretches me to the next level, that really strengthens me. And that doesn't mean that I abandon my old friendship with previous friend. That OG friends and OG coaches and OG teachers and OG instructors, however you would like to call, they are there. They are home base for me. And I do cherish every moment that we have built together collectively. However, I love exploring new classes, new teaching methods, new instructors, new studios, because that really teaches you a lot, really. Because when you take a lot of different instructors classes, their teaching recipe, their teaching method, and their philosophy, the fundamentals are there. However, their method and their style, their recipe, those are all different and so various, so diverse, and all have different personality, right? And their way of thinking, and their color is so different. So it's really intriguing and it's really exciting to learn all of those different recipes and teaching method and guidance. There, we all learn from each other, right? So learning those all different recipes and method and experiencing different colors, it's just so exciting. Love it so much. So yes, those are the things that I would factor into when it comes to surrounding myself and when it comes to choosing classes. And this is really lastly, when you start your own training block, training plan, of course, it's great to have your own coach. Hire a coach, it is good. But like my case, based on my lessons from my mistakes, I learned from my mistakes and experiences previously. And I plan it based on the two principles, 10% increase and also progressive overload. So I always use those two principles. And the tip that I've learned is that you should have very clear goals and purpose. Clear goal, what I mean by that is the goals can be 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, the best scenario and mid scenario, worst scenario. So depending on the scenario, you may have different set goals. However, you should have your clear goals, like rough goals. So for example, when I choose classes, I plan classes, right? But aim higher. And there's another thing, aim higher. So based on 10% rule. So let's say I took, for example, in my case, this week, I took 38, 39 classes. How about last week? It was 35 classes. So 10% rule there, right there. And however, I actually aimed more classes, for example, 40 something. Just in case my body says hard no, just in case I can't digest all of it. So that I meet that 10% rule. So aim higher so that you can hit 10% increase. So that's my tip that I learned. And so for example, because I aim higher, I end up canceling classes. I hope that nobody misconstrued my action when I cancel classes. There's no intention right there. There's no hidden other motive, but simply I needed that breather. I think it's better several classes less for my body to digest the training volume. So anyway, so back to the point, have clear goals, best scenario, in between scenario, worst scenario, and know your purpose, why you need to take this classes, why you're heavily focused on weight training, why you, so for example, this week, my training block, I wrap up my training block and it is my week. It is my week 7. And week 7. So I spent 11 hours and 35 minutes on weight training. That includes 10 minutes of treadmill too. Yoga, 8 hours, 10 minutes, right? 6 hours, 20 minutes. Pilates, 6 hours, 40 minutes. Running, I haven't really officially started my running journey yet. So 10K this week. Why did I, so in this scenario, not scenario, it was my this week's training block, which is the peak because next week 8 is my slow down training block and I focus more on running. Why? You need to know your purpose. Goal first, goals and purpose, and why. Why do you need to do that? For me, when I share my reason why is because to overcome myself, overcome my old thought pattern, master myself by showing up late at night, early in the morning, And that comes down to self-discipline and self-control, which is the last fruit of the Holy Spirit. And it is proving myself to myself. I've got nobody else that I want to prove myself or to show myself. But it was my self promise that, okay, this is the goal. I am hitting this goal and I can do anything and everything through Christ who gives me strength. That was my philosophy and mantra. And my principle, as mentioned, 10% rule, progress overload. And the purpose of the workout and why I'm doing this was to show myself to myself, an old version of me, that I can do it. And I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. So that was the purpose, and that's the purpose. So I don't need to really show off anything to anybody else, but track and keep my records of my progress, because me versus me, right? So previous version of me versus current version of me, that becomes my future me. So yes, self-respect, self-love, and prove it to yourself. And because I knew myself, the reason why, even though there's like, there's always distractions, right? I wouldn't say in detail, but even though there's distractions along the way, you can actually march in silence. You don't need to really say anything back. You don't need to really prove anything to anybody else. You don't need to say, oh, boasting, or really position yourself like something else. No, humility is you really know your worth, strong foundation, and your identity. But at the same time, you value others above yourself, meaning there's an insignificance of yourself. So yes, clear purpose is really important. And I learned it from my previous mistake. And those mistakes becomes those stumbling experience and those fails becomes your progress. And that is one step closer to your success. So progress over perfection. And I would love to wrap up this episode with gratitude and with thankfulness. And thank you so much for following this episode and this journey. I hope it's helpful. And I share my fitness journey with you so that it can give you any insights or tips. And yeah, the choice is yours to make. And this is also good moment for me to also recall all the great instructors, coaches, and the community and the people that gave me great memories and really strengthened me internally and also physically too. So fitness for me is more of mental for mental health. Yes, there's physical gains. However, I don't work out for the look, for the sake of the outer appearance, but it is more of transformative moment for me internally. So renewing my inner self, because that comes down to mental toughness, mental resilience, and you prove yourself who you are, right? So even though people say, oh, she's or he's XYZ, okay, that's your opinion. And it may be true or it may not be true, right? However, you know who you are, right? You know what's your daily like, what's your choices like, what your internal fight is like, what you fight against, and how you celebrate the wins, and how you really reward yourself. You know yourself, right? So once you know yourself fully and really embrace yourself from good side of you and also imperfection side of you, that's all that matters. Who like whoever say something about you, against you, okay, but I know myself, I know my identity, I know who I am, and that comes down to proving yourself to yourself, right? So fitness is this physical activities is for me is more of internal transformation and proving myself, and me versus me, previous version of me versus current version of me. So in the past, maybe I focus more on the look, how I look, but my current version of me, new me, is it's more of mental and it's more of internal transformation, new version of me, instead of just, oh, I have this app, or oh, I have this body or booty, or that's good, I respect that. Oh, good body, nice body, I respect that. And I cherish that. It looks good. Yes, I celebrate with you. However, for me, fitness journey is more of internal transformation and inner new self. So I want to ask the same question to you. Why you're so into fitness, why you're doing your workout? Ask yourself, and what's the purpose of it? And what's the reason behind it? And I've already shared mine. It's more of internal transformation, proving myself who I am, and yeah, gain that self-respect and self-care and self-love. So I let you go. Thank you so much once again for following this journey. And if you like this episode and podcast, please like this episode and click the subscription button and also subscribe button, and also follow me on Instagram at fitwell.to. Thank you so much, and we love you, and God bless you so much. Dilly, see, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Dilly, thank you. And we love you, everyone.